What's up, world? Welcome back to another edition of Cooking with Chef. This is probably just going to be a quick snack because there's really nothing that happened in this game that I did not predict in the lead up to the game. When I talked about it yesterday, how Bill Belichick's defense would be the defense to stop this offense, this number one NFL offense. They're probably going to be number two because they looked like number two and they took a big number two on the field for the entire game. They were shut out for the first time since 2020. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Before we get to the good, the bad, and the ugly, again, if you like these videos, please like, subscribe, share, let everybody know what we're doing here. We're trying to grow this thing from the ground up, trying to be one of the best Lions NFL podcasts out there. So, we start small, but we got to go big. So again, as I was saying, the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, nothing. The bad, everything. The ugly, everyone. Okay? I did see that in a tweet. That's not mine, but it's so very accurate for this particular game. Really, I just can't stop laughing because I'm trying not to cry. That's how bad this game was. At one point, everybody on the defensive secondary got injured. Like everybody, right? Just everybody. All the DBs, all the safeties, all the cornerbacks, they just got injured. Most of the injuries, I guess you could call them phantom in nature. There was nothing that you could really see that caused any of the injuries. There was one very scary injury where Savion Smith had to be taken to the hospital. But again, we couldn't really see what happened. Based off of the replays, it might have been some sort of contact to the head and neck area, which caused a neck injury. But even the Lions staff, medical staff, the independent neurologist, they were all looking at the replay trying to figure out what actually happened, what could have caused a neck injury. So everyone that saw this was just as puzzled as the next person. So we still haven't been able to figure out what happened with the Savion Smith injury. Hopefully he gets well and he's back to play as soon as possible. But the other injuries, I mean, Jeff Okudah, I don't know what happened to him. Okay. He wasn't even trying to fight off a block. He was just standing there with his arm on the guy, and then he starts going, "Oh, my arm." Look, man, we all know I've been very, very critical of Jeff Okudah. He was not playing a good game. I am thoroughly, what would we call, encouraged that he did not celebrate. But I'm telling you why he didn't celebrate. Because he didn't break up any passes. He didn't make any plays. Are we? I'm still trying to see. Like if I squint a little bit, can I don't see a shutdown corner. I don't see a shutdown corner. I told y'all, don't leave him one-on-one with Devontae Parker. And it seemed like every time he was one-on-one with Devontae Parker and it got thrown his way, he grabbed him and got flagged for pass interference. Okay? So that was really bad. The secondary was really bad. Awful. Of course, Ramondre Stevenson rushed for a career-high 160 yards against this defense. Not surprising at all. That was very, very bad. Okay. What else was bad in this game aside from everything? Uh, Jared Goff looked like last year's version of himself. He got happy feet. He made bad decisions. He didn't take care of the football. So he regressed in this game. Sure, he can fix it, but in this game, he looked like that version of himself last year, who I wanted out of town on the first thing smoking, and I was very sure about that. So that was also bad. Um, the whole game was ugly. The whole game was ugly, right? It was all ugly. Dan Campbell, what the actual hell is going through your mind? Bro, you cannot become the first team in NFL history to go 0-6 on fourth down. Oh, wait, yes, you can, because you just did. Bruh, I mean, were you trying to stake a claim like the Seahawks last week where they said, "Oh, the Lions didn't make us punt not once." Is that what you were trying to do? Like, well, look, the Patriots didn't make us punt. That's fine. The Patriots didn't make you punt, but you lost 26-0. The Patriots didn't make you punt, but you lost 26-0, and you decided that every fourth down, 6 of them, you needed to go for it. Now, obviously the last 3, right? The last 2, 3, you definitely needed to go for them because it was fourth down territory time. Time and place, Dan. Time and place. There's a time and place for everything. That's what you need to learn. Time and place. This was not the time to be gritty. Okay? This was not the time to show, oh, true grit. We're gritty. We're a gritty football team. I understand that. But your team came out flat. Super duper flat. I couldn't understand how they came out so flat after having that shootout last week. I mean, so all the energy is left on the Ford Field surface last week. We couldn't bring any energy to New England to play the Patriots and Bill Belichick, defensive guru. We couldn't get anything started. Nothing. Couldn't light any fuses, couldn't strike a match, couldn't do anything. Right? So you had your team coming out there just lackadaisical, lackluster, sloth-like. They really didn't produce much of anything. And you decided that this was the time to show grit. Your team didn't have it today. They didn't have their fastball today. They did not. And you should have recognized that and put them in better situations. As a head coach, right? I understand that you want your philosophy, you want your culture to supersede everything. But it can't at times. And these are the times that it can't. When your team is lifeless and your entire message to them is not getting through, don't put them out there on 6 straight fourth downs. Don't. Do not. Because this is what happens. Fine, you don't trust the kicker because, every field goal, it would have been 50, 51 yards or more. Fine, you have a new kicker, you don't trust him. Cool. Is Jack Fox injured? Jack Fox dealing with some sort of groin injury or something? I don't think so. Punt the damn football, bro. Punt it. It's not that hard. Right? Stop giving your defense short fields. Right? If you give them a 50-yard line, it's a short field. Right? 50-yard line is a short field. The one time that they were within their own 5 after Jared Goff threw that interception, yes, they did march down the field. But you know what? At least you held them to 3. You held them to 3. right? The defense, scoring defense today actually was better. I have to say, that is the only silver lining. It's not a silver lining because you were playing a third string rookie quarterback and he shouldn't have lit you up. But if we're going to take a silver lining, gotta say something positive. The scoring defense was not bad, right? The scoring defense was not bad. Gave up one touchdown and a bunch of field goals. So when you're holding teams to 3, that's better than giving them 7. But at the same time, when your offense is held to nothing, you've really done nothing, right? You can hold a team to 3 points, just 3 points, and you get beat 3-0. You still failed. You didn't do your job. All right. Good news. Bye week is coming up. People that are injured have time to get healthy. People that we expected to come back, hopefully they'll be back after the bye week. Take a week off. Y'all can't take a week off. I'm sorry. You can't. This team is too bad to take a week off. This defense is not a thing that is good. And I keep saying that. And I'm going to keep saying that. You guys need to sign some free agents. You guys need to come up with a better plan. You guys need to fire your medical staff and get a better one because everybody and their mother was getting injured in that secondary. I've never seen anything like that. It was like one stretch. It was like every play, a new DB got injured. Why were you starting Will Harris? Please explain why you were starting Will Harris. I'm not glad he got injured. I'm not going to say that because you don't wish injury on anyone. I'm just glad that he couldn't play for the game, right? I think he pulled up lame on the first series with a groin injury, and he wasn't able to return anytime in the game. I'm just happy that he did not play. That's all. I'm not happy that he was injured, nothing of that nature. But what I do want to understand is how your personnel shakeup involves you putting in one of your worst defensive backs as a starter. I understand football. If you and your offense gain less yards than your defense gives up, played so poorly that I actually didn't even get mad when I saw that man's face. You know that? Like, I didn't get mad. I was just a little bit perturbed when they were talking about how